Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Rosie, and welcome to U&A, the show where you, the fans, get to ask your favorite artist anything you want. And today we have the fabulous, the glamorous, the only Miss World that I've ever met in my whole entire life, Priyanka Chopra. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much, Rosie. Thank you.
You are drop dead gorgeous. That's not fair for every other woman in the world. That's not fair. Like, no.
Thank you. I blush.
So how have you been enjoying the States? Actually, enjoying the States now that you come back as this accomplished artist.
Right, well, I went to high school in America, and that was very different from how it is now.
Which we'll talk about later, which I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
I have some funny stories. Yes. But I think I love America. I love coming here. I have so much family here. I have so many friends here. I've shot so many movies here. We've done a lot of premieres. We come for a lot of all our movie work to America, so I'm very familiar with the country, and I guess coming back now as a new artist, that's different.
Yes.
It's a completely new audience, a completely new culture. I have amazing support from the people who know me, so I'm happy about that. And the song's getting traction, and people have been really wonderful with me so far.
You're working with the right people, I'm telling you right now. All right, so if you have any questions to ask her, all you have to do is post it on our Facebook page or hashtag MCUNA on our Twitter. All right, so we want to dig in deep and find out everything about you.
Dig, baby,
yes,
dig.
because you are well established all over the world, but it's kind of like we're rediscovering you over here. You know what I mean?
Discovering.
Or discovering you. That's right. Okay, so you grew up moving around because of your parents' job.
Yes.
Talk about your background and your childhood and your town.
Well,
towns.
When I was in India, I moved around quite a bit because my dad was in the army, so we kept moving every couple of years. Then I came to America to do high school here because my mom's sister, like my family, was here. So I decided to stay, which was like when I was 12 years old till about 16, 17.
Very
so
important years.
very formative years.
Yes.
So I was this girl who comes from this small town in India and comes into the big bad world of the United States, and I used to be I was scared, and I used to be nervous.
Really?
And I'm a big geek. Like I am.
I'm like,
no, I am.
Really?
I'm a math and science geek, and listen, man, the geeks are gonna take over the world one day.
Yeah, they
I'm
are.
gonna be in front of that line. I'm telling you, they already have.
Yeah, they have. They have. All the techies are winning.
There you go.
You're right, absolutely.
So, so I was very shy and stuff in school, and that changed by the time I was a sophomore.
Yeah, I know.
That's
when you're 15. When you're 15, you're like, I know who I am a little bit.
I think I kind of grew up, if you know what I mean.
Yes, totally.
Right.
So what were your fondest memories of India, though?
I have amazing memories of India. I mean, I've traveled. India is an experience. It's not a country that you go for a couple of days. You have to experience it.
Yes.
It is a celebration. It's so many different cultures, and it's really an incredible place to come from. You have such deep roots, and I'm proud of that.
Okay, so then coming to America, high school, was it like Mean Girls for you?
High school is like Mean Girls. It really is. People don't realize that when they watch the movies.
Yes.
I had mean girls on me.
Really?
And they were really mean.
So what was the...
Her name was Janine Stevens, by
the
way. I remember her
Janine.
name.
Ha ha ha.
Janine Stevens.
Find her on Facebook and just post all your pictures on there.
Like, I know, I should find Janine
Which
Stevens.
with the B, look at me now. Look at me now.
She was really mean to me.
So I want to know, what could they make fun of you? I don't understand.
No, she used to call me Brownie, and she used to say, go back on the elephant you came on, and she was really mean.
Crazy.
And I think her boyfriend liked me secretly, so that's why.
Did, honey. Are you kidding me? That's mean. I never even heard that. And we're from New York, and we're mean.
I know.
Jesus.
Well, this was in Newton, but I went to high school in New York too. Flushing,
really?
Queens, Flushing, New York.
Were you a Queens girl for a little bit?
I was a ghetto girl. I was for a year. Robert F. Kennedy High School, big shout out.
Oh my God, in Queens. How was that experience like compared to Boston? You were in Boston.
Well, it was great. The high point of my life, I don't know if that's something to be proud of or not, but that was a shootout outside my school.
I'm embarrassed for New York right now, but go ahead.
No, but the story that I told was everything happened in slow motion, and there were bullets that went past, and I made it really dramatic. But
I was there. I saw the whole thing.
I didn't see anything. I was in class. I just heard about it, but I told everyone I was there.
That was actually cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Okay, so how did them making fun of you and that mean girl experience affect your self-esteem at that point?
Well, it was terrible. I mean, I thought I was no one, you know, and it made me feel terrible about myself. In fact, I left and went back to India because of that. It got really bad for me. Yeah, it was a bunch of girls, and this was 11th grade, and then it got really bad for me, and I said, you know what, my mom had come to visit, and then I got really like homesick, and I said, I just want to go home. In a way, thank you, Janine, that I went home, because I went back 6 months later. I was Miss World, the youngest ever.
Yeah, how old were you?
17.
Oh my goodness.
That was like out of senior year.
That's crazy. I actually remember when it was such a big phenomenon. It was like, oh, Miss India won Miss World. First you won Miss India, and did your mom just sign you up?
Well, you know, I'd come back, and there was all of this stuff that had happened in school, and I was really feeling bad about myself. And so she said, you know, you're so pretty, and she just sent my pictures.
No, I'm not, Mom. They make fun of me.
It's true. They call me Brownie, and I
can't believe it.
Yeah, it was mean. Yeah. But I hated brownies after that.
Every time you saw a brownie,
I was like, I'm not you.
I'm traumatized. You want a brownie? No, thanks.
No, thank you. It was terrible. But so she sent in my pictures as a joke, actually, for Miss India, and then I got picked, and I went because I could skip school for a month.
Were you trained?
No, I didn't know anything.
What do you mean? Who just goes and cleans up?
That's exactly what happened. I didn't even know, like, how you wear a sari and, you know, wear a crown and how you're supposed to be poised and speak, and I was out of high school.
So what happened?
The first thing that I had to learn how to do was speak the Queen's English and get rid of my New York accent.
Oh my goodness! So how was that?
You're supposed to speak like that. Enunciate your vowels, the V's and the W's, and a lady must be seen, not heard. That.
Oh God, that's so.
Yeah, I couldn't do me. I couldn't do it after I won. I was like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be a chatty Miss World.
So what happened when you won Miss India? Was it like instant fame?
It was instant fame, and it was very scary because I was so young. I didn't know what the right hair, makeup, clothes, nothing, you know.
And you were traumatized, honestly, from America. You were
and I was a brownie anyway.
Self-conscious already. I win Miss India. Yeah, that's cool, but what do I do now?
But yeah, it was. And then, you know, I worked with amazing people who really trained me and taught me how to, you know, walk in gowns without tripping over them. My biggest worry on that Miss World stage, first of all, Jerry Springer was our host. Jerry Springer, okay? Right, exactly. Take a moment, take a moment.
I did not know, but go ahead, yes. Wow, he did host a long time ago.
Yeah, he did. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to trip on this gown, I'm going to fall on my face, and he's going to make fun of me. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. But it didn't, and I won, and phew, thank God for that. But it was very scary. I mean, I felt like a little girl, and I was really, really lost, and suddenly in the middle of you know, senior year, I was in front of 200 people of press from all over the world speaking about the economy of Uganda or something.
Oh my God! And then you had to know all this stuff that you didn't know
you had
before.
to have an opinion.
Yes,
you did, and I was afraid of having an opinion at that point, I think, but that's made me an opinionated person today.
Good for you! It's training for you. Okay, we're gonna go into some of the
totally.
Are you ready? Sarah Y asks, acting, singing, dancing. How do you do it all?
You just kind of, you know, go in there and just do it, and then what's the worst that'll happen? You'll fail, and then you just try something else.
Good for you.
That's the way I see it.
I think she made you stronger, that girl in high school. What? Okay.
I'm telling you, Janine, I tell you.
I'm gonna find you on Facebook. All right, so Siptane wants to know, apart from Beyonce, who else is on your wish list to collaborate with?
Well, there's so many amazing artists, I think, you know, but I'm a huge, I think every musician, their life would be complete if they ever did anything with Bono, because he's such a legend.
Yes.
I love him. You know, Jay-Z, Dre.
Oh, I know.
That whole lot
of... That would be awesome.
Musicians, I think. Yeah, but if you're asking for dream collaborations, so I'm just going to say dream collaborations.
Bono. There we go. All right, Priyanka number 1 asks, for you to describe yourself in one word.
Oh my God.
Just one word. Choose wisely.
Okay, inexplicable.
Ooh, that's a big one.
That's a big word too.
All right,
coming from a girl from Queens.
She's a Queens girl. Piggly chops. Okay, I want to ask.
Oh no.
What's happening with this? I read that's kind of like.
I believe it followed me.
Kind of like your nickname. And
no.
This?
Okay, so this co-actor of mine. Yeah. He was trying to be funny, and he was. At that point, he was really cute. He called me Piggy Chops.
Okay.
For Priyanka Chopra because.
Oh, okay.
Chops because it's chops and it's smaller for Chopra, and Piggy because I eat a lot.
No, you don't. She's
do.
tiny, people. Look how adorable. Like, her
But
legs
I
are, like,
do.
tiny.
But
She
I like
likes
my
it.
food.
Wait, do you eat meat?
Everything. I eat
You eat
everything.
carbs?
Everything. Carbs are my vice.
No.
Pizza is my vice.
Pizza, too.
And New
I
York
don't eat
City
the bread.
pizza is my vice.
Really?
That's what I had for dinner last night.
Where'd you go?
I mean, how can you go out for pizza in New York? You have to stay in bed, watch a
You
movie, and
ordered?
big ass 18-inch pizza
good for you.
with
You know how to do
pepperoni
it.
comes right in your bed.
I
That
love it.
is dinner.
Are you a condiments type girl? Are you
Of
like hot
course,
pepper?
you know, you need peppers, you need oregano,
Garlic?
Yeah.
Yes, she knows. Okay, so she wants to know, does being an actress or public figure restrict you from saying what's in your heart? Oh, good question.
Oh, yes, it is a good question. And that's a yes and no. I'm
Yes.
very opinionated, so I do have an opinion on many things. But yes, I do keep quiet about a lot of things too. Because sometimes I think people don't understand the context with which it's coming from.
Yes.
And it's hard to, unless you really pour your heart out and tell everyone what you really feel, it's easier to just not do it. Because
Yeah.
I think people are very judgmental today. And whenever you try and do something different or put yourself out there,
They'll spin it, right?
they spin it. So I think it's easier. And I see most public people doing that. A lot of public people doing that. You know,
Yeah.
becoming quieter, becoming a little bit more elusive.
Dancing around a question.
Yeah, and maybe not answering it completely because it's just easier than having people hate on you for having an
Yes.
opinion.
Very honest. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Knet asks, she has two questions, actually.
Okay.
The first one is, how do you stay so fresh 24/7? She obviously follows you.
Well, the one thing that's very important to do no matter what, because I am on a plane almost every 2 days,
Okay.
is to drink lots of water. Hydrate yourself.
But don't you have to go to the bathroom like all day?
Yes, but that's the price you pay. You have to go to the bathroom.
How
It
much
doesn't matter.
do you drink? Do you drink like
Well, I try to. I try and
gallon?
drink at least like 3 gallons, 2 gallons of water a day. Try it. You, should
won't
try
even
it.
make it through this interview. She'll be in the bathroom in 15
No, but
seconds.
it's a trick
That's
I learned
good,
from a
though,
model
you're right.
friend of mine.
It's true,
Yeah,
though. It does
because
make your skin fresh.
models, it's amazing. Whenever you're
model
gonna
secrets.
whenever you're gonna land,
Yeah.
and if you're ever flying with a model, you have to see what they start doing because they land and go into a shoot. So they drink lots of water. They'll put on a mask. They'll moisturize. They'll
Yes.
hydrate. So I was watching this one model when I was flying with her, and I was like, it takes her about 45 minutes to get ready to get off the plane. So
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I asked her, and she had this mask going. And
On
she
the
said,
plane in front of people?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, you gotta do what
She
you
didn't
gotta
care. She had to do what she had to do. She said that's what I had to
All
do.
right, so water and...
I don't do the mask
hydrate.
yet, but I'm going to start. Definitely
I'm
going to
gonna
start.
buy a mask after this. Okay, so second question. What importance does music have in your life?
Music is hugely important for me. I think not just making it, but listening to it. And, you know, every phase of my life has had a song or like an album which I associate with. And I think everybody does.
Yeah.
You know how you listen to a song and
Memories.
it takes you back? So, yeah, I think music is very, very important in my life. It was very influential to me from both my parents when I was growing up and even now.
Do you think acting chose you or you chose acting?
I think acting chose me. When I became Miss World, movie offers started coming my way, which happens to, I think, most beauty pageants winners in India. And they came to me, and for me, I was 18 years old, and I was like, oh, okay, let me just give it a shot. I was gonna go back to college after that anyway, so I was like, yeah, all right. And I gave it a shot. My first movie did really well, and then came the hard part. Because I'd never been to acting school, so you have to learn how to do everything, lighting and your mark and saying your lines, and I made my mistakes. I fell down, I picked myself up, and I'm happy where I am. I
What's the
feel
hardest
proud
part? Of course.
that it was self-achieved in a way. I
Yeah.
didn't have anyone pushing me or helping me out.
That's true, I agree. What was the hardest thing about acting school for you?
That my career was my acting school. I never went. I had to be on set while, it's so scary when the camera's on because that thing is going to stay for posterity. That thing.
When you mess up,
Forever.
it's there
and
forever.
ever and ever.
On film.
And that's scary.
Yeah, you're right. I think about it like that. I'm scared. Okay, Houston wants to know if you're going to make the transition from Bollywood to Hollywood. Yes.
Well, the way I see it, it doesn't need to be a transition. I'm an actor. Whether I act here, whether I act in Bombay, whether I act in Russia, it doesn't matter as long as I do a good job of it. So the way I see it is not really a transition or a crossover. It's just an expansion of being a creative person, whether that's music, movies. I want to entertain people.
Yeah.
And I hope that people find me entertaining. That's
There we
it.
go. That's it.
That's it.
She's conquering it already. In her mind, she's here. Actually, we'll talk about planes in a
Oh, okay.
I want to talk about everything. Okay, so let's talk about your exotic. Well, that's your second single, right?
Yes. Well, it's
First-
my America debut.
American debut. Yeah, because you had actually released albums in India,
Yes.
right? And you were
With the single.
oh,
It's
really?
just a single.
Okay.
In My City was my a single which came out September last year, but it was NFL's theme song for Thursday Night Football.
Yes.
And that was the first song that we did, which we released everywhere else. And
Yeah.
in America, it was just for the NFL, which we're doing again this season. Now, this season, I'll be the headlining act, which will be great. So
Yeah.
all you NFL guys and girls out there, watch
Mostly
out
guys.
for watch out
Mostly
for
guys.
me. It's called In My City. It's
yeah,
just what I am.
and it did well here.
It did.
100,000 copies.
Well, that was in India.
Oh, that was in
like
India.
a month.
Wow.
Yeah, it did. It went triple platinum in a month in India.
So what did you think when that happened? You go, oh, I think I'm gonna have to become a singer right now.
I did. I was like,
Really?
okay, India's ready for me to sing, I guess. Let me just go out there and see who else is.
That's amazing. All right, so I saw the video. Actually, it was me and my sister saw the video yesterday. And when you came out of the water,
The hair flip.
she was like, my little sister, 17. She goes, no, nobody looks like that. What is that? What is that? I'm like, I know. So, what did you think, seeing yourself like that, sexual in a video, looking?
Well,
you know,
it was
coming out of this-
sexy. It's exotic.
Yeah.
For me, exotic is beach, palm
Yes.
trees, margarita, you know,
Yeah.
like fried calamari. I don't know.
On the beach.
Yeah.
Who came up with the concept?
I think the director did. It was his idea, and Amil Nava, and he said that, you know, this is what exotic is, and I was more than happy because I love beaches. And I love that swimsuit too. It was Hervé, and it was just, it fit me really well, and I was happy being frolicking in the water.
Yes, you were. And, oh wait, who came up with the words? Like, who wrote it for you? Or was it a song that they just gave you?
No. The song Red One was like, okay, I have to come up with this. I want a song or a word which describes you. And he was like, what do we call this? And then he called it exotic. And he said, you're exotic for me, and that's what I want to introduce you to the world as. And then he wrote the beginning bit. Of course, me and him and his writers, we sat down, we wrote the Mumbai Cuba, because Pitt's from Cuba and I'm from Mumbai.
Yes.
And all of that, and we sent it to Pitbull. He loved it. He put his lyrics on it, sent it back, and then I added the little Hindi bit in it.
Yes. Can you say it for me? You don't have to sing it. But can you say it? Because I'm like trying to, oh my God, I can't pick it up.
Oh, it is तुमको जो देखा मैंने तो मैंने ये जान लिया है परदेसी बाबू ने इस देसी दिल को मान लिया है, which basically
love it.
means ever since I saw you I realized that this foreigner guy has stolen this Indian heart.
Oh, that's cute. So I had no idea. Of course, I was trying to like decipher the words. I'm like, I can't because you were saying it so quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. A cute little touch, by the way. All right, we're gonna go into fan questions. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Ola Mohammed says,
Hola, Mohammed, by
I
the
am
way.
from Egypt, darling, and I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Which song do you love?
Which song
Exotic
do I love?
or
oh
In My
God.
City?
Oh.
Which one? You have to choose.
Well, I love exotic. I love In My City too, but I think exotic is such a fun track. It is, it's new and it's got a little bit of the desi tumka thing going, and I really enjoy that.
And the video's fun to watch.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so Sarah's 18. Would you take a whole year from Bollywood just to focus on music?
Hi, Sarahs. By the way, she's one of my Twitter rock stars.
Oh, there we go.
And no, I don't think I need to. I think I can balance both. I've never known my life without movies. I don't know what that would be like. And now that I'm doing music too, I've made an album. I have almost 40 songs ready in the last 2 years, and I've finished 8 movies. So I've been able to
sorry,
do both.
Superwoman. Where's your cape? I'm sorry. What's going on?
Yeah.
Do you sleep?
I do, but I do work every day. I love what I do, and I have 2 careers that I have to handle right now, and I don't want to give up on either one of them, and I don't think I need to.
Do you feel like if you don't work, you'll go crazy? You're
I
like,
think
no,
so.
I can't take no working because I feel like
I
you
don't
need
know.
to be on the go.
I have been working like this since I was 17. I don't know how to do anything else, and I haven't found a reason to want to take a break yet, if you know what I mean.
There we go. She's looking for something. Hit her up on Twitter. Okay, so maybe
That'll
that piece-
help. Yeah, right.
Although there's plenty of Twitter relationships.
Really?
Yeah.
You have a Twitter relationship.
Like Big Sean, the rapper, he's going out with that girl from Glee, and they met on Twitter.
They just meet
Yeah,
on-
like he heard that she said that he was cute, so he's like, oh, all right. So he went on Twitter and just tweeted her, and then they went out for a date.
That is so
and
cute.
That happens now, so there we go.
Oh.
All right, so Maniac PC Iman actually sent in tons of questions, so she gets to ask 2 questions. First, what's the one thing other than your phone that you always have to have with you?
Oh, the one thing besides my phone that I always keep with me is my lip balm.
There we go.
Lips need
Does
to be
not
moisturized.
like crusty lips.
Ew,
Not for her.
I hate
That's gross. You just got the vision.
Oh,
All
I did.
Actually, you do. I followed you on Instagram. You definitely post a lot of pictures, which is great. Like I love
Right.
people who just post. Like I feel
I
like
like
it's
pictures.
really you posting. It's
And
not
it
like
is.
somebody like your team is trying to
I
make you.
Instagram and Twitter I handle myself completely.
Good. I hate when people just have handlers, and I'm like, no, it's
No,
not you.
it's so much more fun. And I do it for fun, for no other reason.
Yeah, me too. I'm just a social media whore. Do you do Vine videos?
No, I don't. That's a bit much, I feel.
You
I don't know if I
think?
can myself. Like, when I found out, okay, this is going to sound really dumb for a geek like me, but
What?
I was at a radio station, somebody was like, oh, you should put up an Instagram video. And I was like, I can put up videos on Instagram.
Come on, darling. This was like a month ago, right?
I know. So,
It's okay.
I said
it's
I'd be
okay.
embarrassed.
We can do this.
and then after that, I was like, yeah, let's take a video. Somebody wants to take a video.
Awesome. All right, we'll do a video today. Okay, your second question is, what makes you very angry? Oh, do you ever get angry?
I do. I get
What
really angry.
pisses you off?
Lies. I hate people who need to lie and play games.
I
I'm so
agree.
black and white, and
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like, why do people convolute life?
Well, they probably want to please you.
Yeah, but that's just a messed up thing to do, you know?
So
when-
what if you think that you look really hot, right? And nobody tells you that you look crazy.
That's
And then
terrible.
you go on the red carpet.
Can you
and
imagine?
everybody puts you on the worst dress list.
That's
Who are you gonna get
terrible.
mad at?
Everyone around
Your
me.
manager?
No, but the best thing is that I have an amazing team who have been told that they need to be. Yes, I'm moody, and yes, because I'm an artist, I'm sensitive.
Yes.
But I like the truth, and I like people being honest, and even if it's brutal,
Yes.
just handle my moods a little bit, because then I can get mad and, get mad.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's so much better to know the truth right now than to find out later.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst.
It is. I hate liars.
I hate liars too. No liars. Okay, so when can we expect an album?
Well, hopefully early 2014. That's when we expect for it to come out, and I'm excited about that.
Okay, I'm gonna read to you what they say about your album.
Who's they?
They, the people.
What did they
No,
say?
everything that I found out about you, it says like your album is pop,
Uh-huh.
sexy beats, hip hop. Is it true? Like, I want to describe your album because this is what people are writing. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay,
tell
so
me what your album
my
is
album
going
is
to be
a
like.
pop album.
Okay.
But it has many different kinds of genres in it. The songs will have beats are very important to me, so that was right. I have EDM, I have ballads, mid tempos, all of that on the album, because that's the kind of music I like. For various moods, you need
Yeah.
various music.
Yes.
And I have some amazing collaborations. I have a track with Timbaland, I have a track with Zed.
It's going to be fun.
We've already got one with Will and Pitbull, and some really amazing writers. So it'll be fun.
Okay, she's giving me a little taste, but not really giving me the whole taste. She's giving me a spoonful, but she's not giving me the stew. All right, so
just a
cool.
tease.
So, what do you think? You're gonna tour all over the world? You're just gonna tour in America for a little bit? How's it gonna look like?
Well, it will be a tour, and there will be one, but it's too early right now to talk about it. The song's just been out about 25 days, and we wanna see where it goes, and then when the album comes out, and then definitely that'll be a tour.
Are you thinking of an album name?
Send me your ideas, because I am.
Send her some ideas on Instagram. Send her some ideas on Twitter, and then she'll make a decision.
Yes, I really have been thinking what I want the album name to be, and I haven't been able to come up. It has to be artistic, yet it has to be sexy, but it has to be me. So all of those who know me, which is a lot of you,
Yes.
let me know what you think.
All right. Exotic it is. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like it could be. It might not be, but I feel like it could be.
Yeah, but that's the saying goes, so it has to be something else.
How many songs do you have recorded?
40.
Oh my God, you're really 40? Like, that's serious?
Yeah. It took me that many songs to be
So
sure
how are you
of
going to narrow
myself.
it down?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Are you going to go to like, I mean, are you going to throw like listening parties everywhere? And
Well,
just
it is. It's going to be between the label, my management, and me. And, you know, we sit down, drink, eat, and then decide what the song is going to be. Just play the entire album and be like, okay, we like that. And then somebody else says, no, but the other one's better, so it'll take a while.
All right, it sounds like it's going to take forever. 40 songs. You can actually make like 2 albums.
That's
All
what the label says.
Right? Just keep them on hold. All right, so we're going to go into more fan questions.
Yes,
you ready?
for sure.
Monica wants to know, do you plan on settling down, having kids? How would you describe your dream guy?
That's a long answer.
That's a lot to ask. Go ahead. Looks-wise.
Well, looks-wise?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he has to be, like, heart-throbbingly, earth-shatteringly beautiful, but he has to
He
be...
can be short and bald and chunky.
Well, he has to be attractive. I have to find him
Yes,
attractive.
she has to find him.
And what I find attractive about a guy is someone who can make me laugh. Someone who's confident about himself, power, like someone who's powerful in himself, you know. That is the hugest turn on for me in a guy, someone who's confident, you know. I always say, like, it's really important to wear, you know, somebody said this once, and it's a quote I love, wear your success like a t-shirt, not like a tuxedo, you know. So I want somebody to be like that.
Ooh, I like that.
Casual about who you are.
Just casual, sexy, and powerful.
Yeah, that's important. Funny.
All right.
He has to be funny.
And
guy.
funny. Funny is number 1, actually.
Yeah, funny.
Yes.
Funny is very important.
And then
Honest.
if you get moody, he's gonna have to make you laugh about it.
Yeah, he has to be able to deal with my moods. I have mood swings. I'm a moody girl.
And you're allowed to be. All right, so Zoila wants, oh, I just added an L. Zoya wants to know, who is your favorite author?
My favorite author, hi Zoya, by the way. She's also another one of my Twitter rock stars.
Nice.
And I have, you know, I read books for reading books, but I like stories more than authors, really. A book calls out of me. And but can I just say that, again, this might be a little cheesy and don't judge, but I used to love Enid Blyton.
Who?
Do you know Enid Blyton?
No, who's that?
It's a she's an English author, and she writes about fairies and enchanted forests.
No
and
wonder I don't know.
that used to be
But that's cute, though, because you're creative and artistic, and you like to live in a
my favorite
fun
books.
fantasy land.
Yeah,
That's
it
cool.
used to be my favorite books. But now I've moved on to a lot more. I like biographies a lot. I like reading about
Oh, okay.
people.
That's good. It makes you a better person, too, and you learn from their experiences
Yeah,
instead of
completely.
messing up yourself.
I know, figuring out yourself, right?
I totally agree with that. All right, so, Amrit, do you want to have your own Oh, yeah, that's good. A biopic film.
I don't know.
Well, let her live a little more, I guess.
I have to achieve enough for a film to be made on my life.
You probably will.
I feel like, you know, there's so much I want to do in life, and there's so many things that are possibilities that, you know, I am doing a biopic on someone else's life right now.
Really?
In India. I'm doing a movie called Mary Com, which is, she's a 5-time world champion boxer, and she's an Olympic medalist and a mom of 3 kids. And so I'm doing a biopic on her life, which is really exciting.
That's
so
awesome.
It would be cool if I was worthy enough to have a biopic on me.
All right, let's wait 20 years. Okay, so Hind has 2 questions. The person says, you're always wearing 2 rings on both hands. Jeez, you notice everything.
Oh my God.
What are these rings for? Wow.
Well, no, one is a sapphire and one is a solitaire.
Okay.
And this one is... It's just beautiful.
It is. It's huge and
beautiful.
gorgeous.
And my dad said when I got this, he said, you know, he gave it to me on my birthday, and he said that I'm setting a standard for anyone who has to come into your life. Ooh. It's got to be bigger than this.
That is good. He's nice. I love him for that.
And this is just because it's pretty. Someone told me I should wear a sapphire, so I do.
So there we go. I love that. Okay, so also wants to know, from the past 10 years, what is the most important thing you've learned and remember?
Sometimes I need to be a little bit more diplomatic than I am.
Why?
Well, in real life, I am just so black and white and so opinionated sometimes that, you know, in this business you kind of have to be
sweet,
always
like
nice,
honey.
handle relationships and handle people, and I'm kind of not good at. I'm shy actually
Really?
about really, you know, developing relationships. I'm just someone who works and then goes back home, or like my friends, and it's just a really small inner circle.
Yeah.
So I'm not the networking kind. So I think that's the one thing I've learned, that I should have done that.
Oh, no. Believe me, you're doing pretty well. Like, not the networking kind. You're fine. You got people doing that for you. You don't need to.
Right.
You don't need to talk to anybody. You don't have to.
Thank God.
Exactly. Okay, so perfect. So tell us where you can well, we can find you on Facebook, Twitter.
You can find me on Facebook and Twitter at Priyanka Chopra, and on Instagram at Priyanka Chopra.
And look out for her album. She's working on it. She has 40 songs.
Well, they will not all be on the album, but...
Jeez. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you so much for having me.
And you have to sign the couch before you go. So
I love
choose a spot, my
it.
love.
Okay.
And say bye to your friends.